All along here is Golf Valley. There are more courses per head in Marbella than anywhere else in the world. And tucked away behind those trees, suitably furtive, is Milady Palace, where he or she can indulge their wildest fantasy. And if you're wondering why it's called the Golden Mile, well, there's one very good reason. Square metre per square metre, this place is more expensive than even London's Mayfair. If Marbella were a goose, then this really is the golden egg. So what kind of person has a home here? And just how rich do you have to be to live on the front row? I've been invited to take a look inside L'Oriana, reputedly one of the most impressive of Marbella's mega mansions. My guide is John Davis. John, how are you?
Welcome. Welcome to L'Oriana.
I'm looking forward to this. John is a property developer who creates these seafront havens and manages them for the wealthy owners. Wow, look at the chandelier. I mean, let's cut to the quick here. What would that cost?
About £150,000.
And what about this sort of tapestry here?
That's a very special one. There's 3 of those in the world, and that's got over 1.25 million stitches a square metre.
And what would that have cost?
I think it's valued between 350,000 and 400,000.
Wow. But that's just chicken feed. The rest of the carpets in the house cost a whopping £2 million. Thank goodness I didn't step in anything on the way. I'm not allowed to tell you who owns this place. Suffice to say, he's a British Knight of the Realm who's worth more than the Queen. Indeed, he only comes here for his summer holidays. The rest of the year, he lets it out.
The colours are good today with the sea.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The main house is just 5 bedrooms, but there's a 3-bedroom holiday cottage under the lawn with his own pool and a grotto for the kids. A further 4-bedroom guest house in case friends pop round, and this, another 4-bedroom house in the gardens for the servants. Now, what have we here? Ah, Roman spa. Fully stocked gym, saunas, steam rooms, some strange bathing tool. Private cinema. Look at that. And of course, if you're super rich and you fall ill, what better than having your own little private hospital? So these aren't, are they?
Oh, they're not real gold, but they're very expensive taps.
Like what?
Well, I would say for the main 4 or 5 bathrooms in the house, you're going to spend over €250,000.
On taps?
On taps, yeah.
So, John, here's the master bedroom, and I could quite happily wake up to this every morning.
Not bad, is it?
And this is the view you would wake up to.
Spectacular.
Unbelievable. And tell me, as we stand here, I mean, if this was to go on the market tomorrow, what would it cost me?
Very hard to value, Piers, but all I can tell you is it generates a very good rental income.
Like what?
It's been renting out for 15,000 to 20,000 euros.
A month?
A day.
A day?
Yeah.
20,000 euros a day?
In the high season, 20,000 a day, low season, 15,000 minimum.
And who pays that? I mean, what type of person?
There's people.
So taking that rental income as my guide, my calculations value this property at a staggering £70 million. Not exactly cheap, but even half the price. And if you want to glimpse the kind of people who can afford that, you may want to try the port. We're coming now to the other end of the Golden Mile, the place that most Brits might assume is the real Marbella, and that's Porto Banús, with its fabulous, famous harbour. It's here that you'll find the glitzy bars and chic restaurants. Since its opening in 1970, Porto Banús has been associated with conspicuous consumption and sophistication. This is Bond Street with a tan. The port reflects an insatiable desire to be admired around here. And simply having a few million quid in the bank is nowhere near enough, because the bigger your boat, the nearer you want to park it to the restaurants. The more expensive the wardrobe, the more you have to dress up and show it off. And the flashier the car, the more you have to drive it round and round, trying to get noticed. Being a somebody in Marbella is bloody hard work. But those with cash love nothing more than spending it, which is not difficult in a place that's crammed with 40 of the world's top designer stores. Karen Brady, the ex-MD of Birmingham City Football Club and now sidekick to Lord Sugar in The Apprentice, owns a flat in the port. When it comes to shopping, she's in the Premier League.
It would be rude not to, wouldn't it?
Yes, I think it's very
yes,
Karen Brady.
So.
I think. Come on.
Hello.
Looks like I've just been hired as an apprentice bag boy. And just when I thought we couldn't possibly shop any more, Fendi. Now, this has to be right up your street.
I do like Fendi, I have to say. You know, I've got one or two little Fendi pieces. So
I bet you have.
yeah, no, it has to be said.
I mean, I haven't seen a price tag yet. How much is all this gear?
I think, Piers, if you have to ask the price, you can't afford it.
But what all the wags really come here for is a quality handbag, no matter what the price. Excuse me, how much is this one?
16,000 euros.
16,000 euros for a handbag?
Look, Piers.
Who buys this stuff? Who buys it? Not exactly how most of their customers react, I imagine. So just how much money is sloshing around these shores? How rich are the people in Marbella?
Oh, there's some really, truly wealthy people. And lots of people that want to be close to the glamour. That's why they come to Marbella. That's why they're down in the port, they're in the shops.
And they're all just here nosing around, seeing what's going on.
You've got one side of it, which is very elegant, beautiful homes to live in, wonderful shops. Then on the other side, you've got the stag do's, the hen do's, the people staggering out of clubs at 5 o'clock in the morning. But actually, both sides are quite fun. You know, it's the Euro trash element of Marbella.
So part of it's Euro and part of it's trash.
Exactly.
So there's cost a lot and cost a little. But in my tale of two cities, what is it that makes the rich want to live here? I'll be visiting a mountaintop housing estate for millionaires, where hardly anybody actually lives. I mean, we're talking 15 to 20 million for a place that is unoccupied.
Oh, hardly any of them are occupied.
How's that when it's down there?
On the flip side, just how trashy is Marbella? And what's it like to end up on the wrong side of crime in the Costas?
Woke up one morning to find out we'd been broken into. We'd been gassed, knocked out, so we didn't hear anybody in the house.
Seriously, you were gassed? If you're super rich and fancy living in the sun, there are a number of options. There's Monaco for the snobs, for refined sophistication, the south of France, for exotic paradise, Barbados, and for raw excitement, you can't beat Miami. But Marbella, that's always struck me as a kind of poor man's Saint-Tropez, where lobster-red Brits come to guzzle their beer, scoff their chips, and read their daily current bun. So why is it that people who can afford to live anywhere on Earth come in such numbers to live in Marbella? Well, for one thing, there's the weather. Marbella has a near-perfect microclimate, with average temperatures of 20 degrees. All well and good, but if you're a multi-millionaire, you don't want to be scrapping over your sun lounger. You want exclusivity, security, and the chance to lord it over everybody else. Well, head into the hills, and you'll find it. Down there is La Zagaleta, one of the most exclusive housing estates in the entire world. For starters, an average plot here will set you back a cool 4 million quid, a pretty penny for a chunk of hillside. But once you've built your luxurious mansion, you can probably expect to double your investment at the very least. It seems some places are just recession-proof. Construction is frenetic here, and property values rising all the time. It measures 2,200 acres and has 50 kilometres of road crisscrossing it. It also boasts 2 golf courses, stables, tennis courts, a bowling alley, a gourmet restaurant and a nightclub. But here's the weird thing about it. Most of the houses there remain empty all year long. Their owners only use them for about 2 weeks of the year, which I guess makes it Butlins for the billionaire. To get into this private hilltop hideaway, you need to be escorted from the main gate by a resident, or you might get shot. It's the little things like 24-hour armed security, dog patrols, CCTV, and a barbed wire perimeter fence to make a multi-millionaire feel secure. Inside, resident Graham Fisher is waiting to guide me the 3 kilometres to his particular slice of mountainside, where he lives with his wife Barbara, when they're not back at their Barbados residence, that is. Oh my God, look at the view! That's incredible.
Isn't it? Well, that's why we bought this house, because that was the view.
Graham sold his UK chemical company back in the 90s. Made enough money for him and Barbara to find themselves on Marbella's super rich list, albeit near the bottom, something they're endearingly embarrassed about. Is this one of the bigger ones in the area?
Not actually.
Really? Where would it rank?
It's one of the smallest, actually.
No.
It is. We don't like big houses. We're very happy.
You don't like big houses? What's this?
Well, we've got about 700 square metres, so what's that, 7,500 square feet of indoor living space.
But you don't like big houses?
But we've got pals here with 2,000 metre
yes,
houses.
yes.
So it's all relative.